Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me here at Major Arcanum. I've already pre-shuffled the cards so that we can get started, and this will be a nearly personal reading for the collective, all zodiac signs. So, in the desires and fears spread, the Five of Cups is in the desires position. This card represents guilt. So I feel like obviously you don't want to feel guilty. The desire is that you want to release any feelings of guilt. That whatever it is that you're doing, you don't want to feel responsible or obligated to anyone else or to anything else. I feel like you maybe want to do something. For example, this isn't everybody's situation, but it's somebody's, that you kind of want to relinquish some control. Maybe you want to go on a vacation, but you don't want it to be a family vacation, but you feel guilty for having thought that or said that, or you just want to get away from responsibilities, or but without feeling guilty about leaving anyone behind. So I kind of feel like that might be somebody's situation. This also could be wanting to release some guilt if you are maybe involved with somebody and somebody else has caught your attention. You don't want to feel guilty about that situation, and so you might start like picking fights with the person that you're in a relationship with. This also could be in business where you might be applying for another job or another role, but you don't want your boss to feel like you're leaving because it's anything they did, because they're a great boss. You're just ready for some new challenges. So, whatever the situation is, you just don't want to feel guilty about it. So, the Ten of Swords is in the fear position. And this card represents squeezing. So to me, I kind of feel like this is a difficult card to describe or explain in the fear position. I just kind of feel like maybe this is your fear of, like your, I don't know, like squeezing too much into certain situations, like because you're trying to avoid feeling guilty that you're squeezing in too many tasks into a short amount of time. Like if you're trying to, in the scenario of you wanting to go away, travel, but by yourself without the rest of your family. In that kind of situation, you're trying to squeeze in a couple other tasks so that you don't feel guilty, such as like pre planning meals so the family can eat while you're gone, if you're the one who mostly prepares the dinners or breakfast or lunch or whatever. Or if you're wanting to spend time with somebody else, then you're trying to squeeze in time with the other person so that you don't feel guilty about not spending time with them when you're with the other person. So it's just kind of squeezing tasks in wherever they fit, because you are trying to avoid that feeling of guilt by contributing more time or desire or energy into the old situation or new situation, however it fits. So I just feel like you're trying to squeeze in more of something to offset the feeling of guilt. This Nine of Swords this card represents rubbing. So I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, that you're trying to not feel guilty about, I feel like you are going to end up rubbing somebody the wrong way, no matter how it falls. I just kind of feel like either in the job situation, if you're, trying to secretly apply for another job but don't want your existing boss to be mad or upset for whatever reason, I feel like you're still going to rub somebody the wrong way. It's going to either be the new boss or the old boss, because you're kind of keeping things to yourself rather than sharing it with others. Or if it's the situation where somebody else has caught your attention, you're going to rub somebody the wrong way by not being available when one person wants you because you're dedicating that time to the other. So I feel like you're going to rub somebody wrong either way. So it's kind of like, do you just come out with it? Or I don't know. That's up to you. That's your situation. That's your story. But I do want to pull some tarot cards. Let's see what the current messages are now and see how they're related. Oops, I did drop one, so let me pick that up first. Two of Swords. I'm going to put that back and see if it reappears. Alright, let's see. Current energy. Seven of Rods. Crossed by the Strength card. Nine of Cups. The Star card. Oh. Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Cups, Death card, Three of Rods, Eight of Swords. Okay. So, current energy is the Seven of Rods. This card represents wanting to defend. I feel like wanting to defend yourself, wanting to defend your role or your position or your idea on what's right and what's fair. I feel like you're just wanting to defend a situation or a stance that you have on some situation. What's crossing you is the Strength card. The Strength card is energy about sometimes willpower, right? Being able to resist things that you're not really ready for, that aren't really good for you. So having a sort of willpower. But strength also has means internal as well as external strength. So I feel like it's sometimes resisting temptation. So if it were that situation here where somebody else has caught your interest, this is that internal strength to resist it, especially if you're married, right? Because now you have vows that you've told to the other person, and how do you resist the temptation? I feel like the resistance of temptation is like proof that you love that person, almost. I don't know if it's coming out right, but I just kind of feel like resisting temptation is a level of strength that you have within yourself. It's in the challenge position. It's in the crossing position, though. So I feel like your internal strength is wavering a little bit. Something has really got your attention, and I feel like you're being swayed toward it rather than away from it. This Nine of Cups is in the grounding position. This is being satisfied. So I feel like you just want to feel a certain level of satisfaction. I feel like you want, I don't know, maybe you want to feel wanted, maybe you want to feel desired. I feel like you're lacking something in your life. Maybe you're not feeling appreciated for everything you do. Maybe that could be if it's the situation of you wanting to get away or go on a vacation, but without the family. I feel like you might not be appreciated and you just want a break to decompress and de-stress. So I feel like this is you wanting to feel a level of satisfaction, which is why whatever situation is, coming into your view, why you might feel a certain level of guilt by not resisting it. So the Seven of Pentacles is in the recent past, and this is hard work. I feel like you possibly feel that you've worked so hard and that now you should be rewarded for it. I feel like you're somebody who really keeps things together, really keeps things in control. Maybe you're the, like in a family situation, maybe you're the glue that keeps everyone together and you just work very hard at it. But people may not see the hard work that goes into such a thing. So I feel like this is you having put in that hard work and why you feel like you should be rewarded for it. The Star card is in the crowning position. The Star card could represent somebody who is getting a lot of attention. This card could also represent enlightenment. So, you coming to a realization or having some aha moment about what you feel, what you need, what you could use or do to improve your life or your role. I feel like the Star card is enlightenment, you getting information or wanting to get information on how to improve a situation. So the Queen of Pentacles is you've already put in work, right? And you've done everything you can to make whatever situation successful. And so this Queen of Pentacles energy is you being materially abundant. But even with that, feeling like something is missing and looking for something to make you feel fulfilled in a different way. Fulfilled maybe emotionally, fulfilled maybe sexually, fulfilled mentally. I just feel like materially you're all good. But now this is you looking out to find something that's going to fulfill you in some other aspect of your life. This Knight of Cups is your energy. Again, I feel like this is you searching for something that is going to fulfill you emotionally or however else. But I do feel like when cups are represented, that it's usually some kind of emotion, some kind of emotional void. Maybe it's that lack of appreciation, like we talked about earlier. That you just want to feel wanted, that you want to feel desired, you want to feel acknowledged and appreciated. And I feel like this is you going off in search of that. In the environment and influences is the Death card. And this is you wanting a cycle to end, wanting a situation to end. And I feel like this is a change in your lifestyle. Whatever decision you make, whether you go through with the situation that could cause some kind of guilt or not, I feel like that's going to result in a change in your lifestyle. Whether good or bad, whether you want it or not, it's going to result, whatever you do, is going to result in a change in your lifestyle. If it's a job, it could be that maybe you are going to make more money and that's going to change your lifestyle. And now you can start living differently and, maybe paying off some old debts. Or if it's that temptation situation where you might be interested in somebody else, this could result in like a separation or a divorce or some kind of situation. But whatever the situation is for you is going to result in a lifestyle change. So this Three of Rods is things moving forward. This is in your hopes and fears. So I feel like things are going to move forward. I feel like you're leaning toward one direction over another. Now, whether it's good for you or bad for you, that remains to be seen because I don't know what decision you're making. But I feel like things are going to progress and you're going to move forward. I do feel like with this Eight of Swords present that you really are taking your time on a decision, that you feel kind of stuck in your own mind. Although I do kind of sense that you have your mind made up, I feel like whatever it is that you're moving toward might not be the best situation for you. I think that you know it, but I feel like you're still leaning toward it anyway. And so I feel like this might be yourself talking yourself in or out of the situation. If the situation is better for you, this is you talking yourself into it. if the situation is bad for you, this is yourself talking your way out of it. And so I kind of feel like this is you being in your own head trying to talk yourself in or out of a situation, because you know that it's either very, very good for you and you want to go toward it, or very, very bad for you and you want to move away from it. But this is you trying to talk yourself in or out of that situation. So now you're going to have an opportunity to ask a question. We're going to separate these cards into the planets to talk about what your motivation is. We'll separate them into the zodiac signs to see how you should move forward, and the elements to see what kind of energy you should put into the situation. So let's see. Your motivation for the question that you're asking about is the Moon card. And how you should move forward. Oh, okay. Sagittarius. And finally, the energy that you should place into this situation. Is air. Okay. So the Moon card. This card is your motivation. Why you are asking the question that you're asking about. Your motivation in this situation is that you just want things to change. I feel like you're tired of repeating cycles. You know how the moon shifts in cycles? Sometimes it's the half moon, sometimes it's quarter moon, sometimes full moon. So the moon operates in cycles, right? And I feel like you're tired of cycles repeating. I feel like you want to do something new. I feel like you're tired of living in a rut and that you just want things to change. So I feel like that's what your motivation is here. Sagittarius card. This is how you should move forward. And I always like to think of this as what would Sagittarius do, right? So Sagittarius is I perceive, the I perceive card. Sagittarius is somebody who is, somebody who moves with or operates with integrity. Somebody who's very, very generous and sometimes outgoing. Somebody who might be funny. I just feel like this is somebody who I feel like how you should move forward is to be generous with your thoughts and ideas and your actions, and really be careful about who is being affected. So, the Sagittarius card, this is fire energy, this is action, and this is passion. But I also feel like this is you needing to perceive the situation from other people's point of view before you take action. So what I would caution with this card is don't not to think so shallow. Really dig deep before you make your moves, before you take any action. Really dig deep and see how it's going to affect other people, because you don't want to have those regrets about how you might have hurt somebody else. Not a fun position to be in when you're the one who's causing the pain. So the energy that you should put into the situation is air card. The air card represents communication and truth and honesty and clarity and all that good stuff. So with this card, I would say open the lines of communication with whoever is being affected by your decision. You might be surprised at how the information is received. I just feel like, yes, you don't want to have that feeling of guilt. You want to maybe have an opportunity to be selfish, and it's okay. It's okay to take care of yourself. And it's okay to want things for yourself. And it's okay to take care of number one and put yourself first sometimes. But just communicate that. communicate that to those affected. If you need some time away, I think that it's going to be well received that when you say, for my mental stability, I just need to get away for a moment. You know what I mean? I just feel like communicate whatever situation, however you're feeling. I think that it's going to be very well received when you communicate it. When you speak from the heart, it's going to be very well received. Just open the lines of communication. So let's pull one more card from The Universe Has Your Back. Let's see what the overall message is. Oh, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So I want to wish you so much luck in your situation. Thank you for being here with me, and take care. Bye.